Flyover Politic Podcast, the show for normal Americans. From his undisclosed bunker, here's your host, Tony Reed.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I had to take a minute to run for mayor. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. In West Los Angeles, Palisades, in my backyard is where I spent most of my days, feeding hummingbirds, relaxing all cool, avoiding all the
And welcome back to Flyover Politic Podcast. It is the 20th of May, year of our Lord, 2026. That's Spencer Pratt. I love I give a fuck about the mayor of LA. Doesn't matter who we put in there. You had fucking Arnie, the Terminator, in there, and the fucking state still turned into a shithole. And doesn't matter what this guy does, it's going to be a fucking shithole because people vote for shitholes. That's what they want. When you're a billionaire, a millionaire, none of this affects you. People shitting on the street and ODing doesn't really affect you because you just go live on the mountain. And for the people that lost their shit in Palisades, other than normal people, if you're rich, you just move to your other house. Taylor Swift's got 20 fucking houses. Like, she gives a fuck if one burns down. She made money. That's what she did. Made money. Today we're going to do a libtard day. Got a lot of libtards. We got some libtardization. We got some Hamasation and a little TikTok-ation. So we're going to start off with assholes. And let's go with SNL. SNL has done 91% fuck you conservative jokes. I watched SNL UK and I watched SNL for the season premiere or finales, and I shut off my Peacock because there's nothing on Peacock. UK dog starmer, but it's cheeky. It's like Chevy Chase and Ford falling down. Dana Carvey with 1,000 points of light. And then we get to Will Ferrell, who we find out's total libtard, even though he's funny as hell. And where does the comedy go? Charcuterie. Strategery. Making fun of him. And then it just gets funnier and funnier. But when a Democrat fucks up, Biden would have been lambasted by Chevy Chase and the guys from the day. They would have nuked his ass. He was a joke Olympics. But the nighttime crew, SNL, nobody wanted to touch it because it's their team. And if you point out too much to the normies that your president's a fucking brain dead fuck who falls over fucking ghosts, well, that's not good because we need him to beat Trump bad. Got it. But at least they did jokes. SNL UK dogs their politician, but it's funny. They had a house viewing for 10 Downing Street. That was their cold open. It was hilarious because their politics are in flux. And if you're part of Labor, you know it's fucked up because they didn't win. And they've had 10. Tony Blair was the last consistent prime minister. They've been going through prime ministers like underwear. 10. 10 of them. Since Tony Blair. That's a lot. That's a bummer. So I think it's fucking funny and it's comedy, but SNL is no longer comedy. Nothing they do is hilarious. The only thing worth watching is the digital shorts. And then they just have lefty after lefty after lefty, people you don't even fucking know, bands you never heard of. SNL's a shell of what it was. But so is journalism, as I segue into Luigi Mangione. These have credentials. These are credentialed journalists out front being taped. Oh, I guess might have wanted to select a video. That probably be.
I'm standing on business.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this. Sorry, that's the wrong one. This was the wrong one. I don't know why I have this one. This girl should never look like that when she's filming her views. Let me get the one without somebody assessing the assessment. This one.
I said what I said. I don't give a fuck.
His children are better off without him. They need to learn to not be like their dad and enjoy the blood money, kids.
What was that? I didn't get that, what you said.
I'm standing on business. Fuck Brian Thompson. I don't give a flying fucking guy. Millions of Americans.
I liked it.
Millions of Americans suffer every single day from the lack of mechanisms when it comes to genetic healthcare. We had a literal infant named Isabella who, because of how negligent her health insurance was, she died. An infant died. So if you guys are okay with someone like Brian Thompson being around and that being a part of our society, that says more about you as a person, because you look absolutely monstrous defending someone like that. Participates in social murder. That's what we mass social murder.
These people are journalists. And an artist did this in front of Miami, but I'm sending this to those journalists. You're a horrible human being. You're a horrible human being. On the human being scale, you are a piece of fucking shit if you say stuff like that. Like, what the fuck? 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 What went wrong with you? And nobody's going to cover that AOC came to the South behind a bulletproof vest, but I thought all of Trump's fucking attempted suicides were fake.
We all understand that
This is real.
is not alone. That you all are not alone. And for all of those watching today, when they ask, what do we do in this moment? I feel helpless. What action can I take? It is time for the North to pull up to the South.
The North to pull up on the South.
Alabama. It is time for all of us to come.
She's behind bulletproof glass because they believe that stuff. I mean, they believe that stuff. They believe it. They believe it. They believe it. They believe it. They believe that we're going to kill him. Because when you go to their politicians, and I'll never let this guy go, this is another example of Justin Pearson.
Mr. Chairman, you have 2 ayes, 7 nays.
The noes prevail. House Bill 1392.
I just want to make sure that we make sure that he assaulted another man, got away with it because he's black. And then I'm on the internet and I find this. This is fucking horrible. These are 3 dudes beating down a black guy because they found out he's gay.
You think I'll be lying to you, bro? Like, what's your problem? I find out you gay. Talking about you bisexual. Damn. Bitch.
You know what happened if 4 white guys beat down a white guy because he was gay? You know how much that would be all over the internet? When I went to this page, literally there were 10 of them. Black girl finding out her white guy's gay and beating that ass. You know, that would be on national news. Be national, bro. So I'm trying to find the fucking video, and I find this shit that black people during slavery were eaten.
Did you know people used to make clothing items with black people's body parts? Hey best friends, come on in and let me show you the interesting.
I didn't know that this wasn't common knowledge. And if you didn't know this, that means you don't follow me. But white people have always indulged in cannibalism. They ate their slaves and they ate black people that were free after the Emancipation Proclamation.
Which oppression was worse, the oppression of women or the oppression of African Americans or blacks?
They used to eat us.
Really? Wait, what? Eat?
African Americans were eaten. Do they not teach this? They were eaten.
Do you think there was widespread cannibalism in the United States in
this was with a specific lady in New Orleans, and she featured. I know who you're talking about.
Bam! One woman in New Orleans ate her black slaves. One woman. You can't search black dudes beat down black guy because he's gay. You get the warning. Black people, unalive, white person in street. Yeah, you can't get that. You get race is a problem in America. Somebody wrote a book about this shit, and here it is.
Cannibalism is not illegal in the United States, with the exception of one state.
Thousands making people.
Now, I didn't know that this wasn't common knowledge. And if you didn't know this, that means you don't follow me. But white people have always indulged in cannibalism.
So we have a sister who's talking on her podcast, and she has a message for the folks who keep coming in her comments getting mad at her when she talks about anti-black racism. Take a look.
When white people come up in my comments upset with me talking about race and talking about the state of racism in this country and white supremacy, aka white delusion, whenever they get upset, you know, I always want to tell them, and I should tell them, I just don't be having time, but I always want to tell them, y'all, you're not mad at black folk. You're mad at your parents and your grandparents and your great-great-great.
There was definitely cannibalism happening in the antebellum days. I recommend people checking out this book, The Delectable Negro. I shouldn't have done the chef kiss, but there's a part in the book that talks about the transatlantic slave trade and how white men on the ship would eat the black men on board.
That's okay to put out on the internet. One lady ate black people. All white people ate their slaves. Yeah, no wonder they're fucking stupid as fuck. You know, it's always the funniest thing when you live in the time and age we're at, if you're in your 50s. So I'm 58. I seen some shit. My youngest brother's, I think he's 50. I'm pretty sure he's 50. I don't know how old you are, Matt. But we're all in our late 50s. My sister's city. She's going to be city. I think she is city. She became city. And you've seen things. Like you've lived enough to know that both parties are for the border and against the border. Both parties are for this. You've seen them all change and talk out both sides of their neck. And then when you try to explain it to these young kids, they look at you like you're fucking crazy, right? But you've seen all of it. You've seen global cooling and you've seen climate emergency, climate catastrophe. And you laughed because if you're a person like me who believes in climate change, has seen Oregon get fucked up and doesn't even look like the same place. I leave in 1985 to go to basic. I come back a couple times, but I drive from Sacramento up. Talked about it on the show. It's a fucking prairie. I know I repeat myself. It's a prairie. It's changed. There's something going on with the climate. I get it. But we're not going to all die. But you've seen all the changes. You've seen the parties change. You've seen people do shit. The ever-present, consistent thing that we've had as long as I'm alive is racism. It's always been racism. And then we elect a black president, and it is 10 times worse than what it used to be. But like we said a couple podcasts ago, nobody's getting fucking shepherded. Nobody's spraying motherfuckers with water cannon. Nobody's getting lynched. Nobody's getting beat in the streets. There's no white fountains. There's no black fountains. We don't have any of that shit, but you would act like right now in America, black people are getting made into shoes. America sucks. And I gotta say, brothers and sisters, that bullshit. We flipped the scale so much more that black people have more degrees than some white poor kids. They have better chances to get a degree than a white poor kid. Women have more degrees than men because women get free fucking rent to go up there. They cancel sports and everything for girls' sports that nobody watch. We have a league of basketball playing bitches that nobody watches and loses money every year. So I don't want to fucking hear about what it was like. We done made up for slavery. Get the fuck over yourself. Now, the serious shit. This happened in, this is Oregon National Guard or Air National Guard. I don't know what the fuck these guys were doing. This looks like I got up there and flied. And then they're dancing because the planes are fucked up. and they got stuck, and all 4 of them lived. I follow a guy who does aerial shit, and here's his take on
Update from the EA-18 midair collision in Idaho. We have footage showing the crew members landing on the ground after ejecting. This footage was posted on Facebook by Abby Larson. And then fortunately, footage showing the crew members on the ground walking around. Update from the EA-18 midair collision in Idaho.
Sorry,
we have footage showing the crew members landing on the ground. Footage has surfaced showing the moment 2 EA-18 Growlers had a midair collision today in Idaho. This footage is pretty unreal. Let's take a look here. The aircraft converge on each other vertically and then get what looks to be reports are surfacing that 2 EA-18 Growlers just had a midair collision during an air show. This happened at the Gunfighter Skies air show, which is at Mountain Home Air Force.
So, glad they made it out alive. And looking for that brought me the past, but in a good way about America. And this story is motherfucking bonkers.
In the spring of 1944, high above occupied France, American fighter pilot William Bill Overstreet Jr. was flying escort in his P-51 Mustang. His job was simple: protect the bombers. But when German fighters attacked, the mission exploded into chaos. Overstreet spotted a Messerschmitt Bf-109 breaking away from the fight and dived after it. The German pilot knew he was in trouble. The Mustang was fast, powerful, and now locked onto his tail. So the German pilot did the only thing he could. He ran. The chase dropped lower and lower until both aircraft were screaming over the rooftops of Paris. Below them was a city still under German occupation. Streets, buildings, bridges, and anti-aircraft guns flashed past in a blur. German gunners opened fire from the ground, trying to knock the Mustang out of the sky. But Overstreet stayed with him. The Bf-109 raced toward the heart of Paris. Then the Eiffel Tower appeared ahead. The German pilot made a desperate move. He aimed straight for it, then flew beneath the tower's iron arches. Overstreet had a choice: pull away or follow him. He followed. His Mustang thundered under the Eiffel Tower. The German pilot climbed out the other side, but Overstreet was still there. He fired. The Bf-109 was hit and went down. Then Overstreet dropped even lower, skimming along the Seine to escape the ground fire. For the people watching below, it must have seemed impossible. An American Mustang tearing through the occupied city, chasing a German fighter. Overstreet survived the war, and decades later, France honored him for his courage.
Fucking badass, man. Badass. And then I found this. And you've been rickrolled. I had to do it. I've been seeing all these rickrolls. That fucking shit's funny. So let's do a couple fucking slides and we'll move it the fuck along. We got these pieces of shit. Already talked about the pieces of shit. Not going to talk anymore about the pieces of shit. Fucking porters that are pieces of fucking shit. This is, and let me take the rickroll down and bring up the slids. There they are. Have you ever, oh, no, that's not it. That's AOC hiding. That's them. So if you see these bitches on your TV, because look at, they posed. They're proud. Mm-hmm. Yep. They think they're great. I'm standing on business. And what else do they fucking say? A spokesman, Mayor Mamdani, said the city hall is now recessing the city's process standard for press credentials. On Tuesday morning, Mamdani told porters that those 3 individuals should not have received press passes. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure that's pretty fucking bad, and you're pretty much a fucking piece of shit if you think. I mean, I don't give a fuck what your politics are. I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to give you up. But you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Crystal Ball comes out. No, I don't know which this one is. This is actually a school. It got mixed up in here. What is this one? Black Student Club. Yeah, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. Can't have a white one. Yeah, you can have a white one. Nancy Mace puts out, we won't sit back while Jewish Americans are getting attacked on our own country and wait for the next tragedy. We introduced the No Amnesty for Hamas Sympathizer Act, cutting off immigration benefits and legal protection for individuals who keep doing this shit. But at Crystal Ball, we spend billions bombing innocents and then have the nerve to call them terrorists. Disgusting. Oh, we're was a terrorist. Interesting. The left thinks that way. Hochul. Holy cow. Bombshell data from IRS has left New York Governor Hochul speechless. Between 2020 and 2024, 892 companies escaped from New York along with $47 billion income with them. Here's where they went. 341 companies went to Florida, 187 to Texas, 129 to North Kakalaki. But guess what? It's no longer just billionaires. We're talking about middle-class professionals, small business owners, families desperate to flee the tax regulations, unsafe state. Remember when Hochul made fun of them? Just get on a bus. Well, they did. And that, my boys and girls, is fucking awesome. Biden. Well, during the Biden administration, H1B, sorry, assumed, wait, Jesus Christ, it's like font 4. Visa holders were buying houses with 97 to 100% financing. 97 would come from the FHA, which the rest coming from state first-time homebuyer programs. Zero money down, thanks to the program that were supposed to be helping low-income Americans. FHA loans up to 100% financing, no income restrictions, options for as little as 1% down payment, assistance with closing costs, and rate reduction. We basically did ninja loans again, but this time with non-U.S. citizens, and that got us the recession. But they don't give a fuck. L.A. Mayor Ninja Raman proposes banning barbecues. Man, do you not know your fucking people? It's not a white thing, dumbass. It's not a white thing. And then we're going to skip the next one because I'm going to cover it in the Islam thing. Not covering the Islam shooting in San Diego, but there were trannies. Okay, these were trannies, and that's why the media is not really talking about it, because they were trannies. 3 killed. They put the Nazi symbols. They were 17, 18. They left a note about racial pride. They drove to a place of worship, killed 3 people, then killed themselves. Of course they did, because that's the thing that keeps happening. They put these Nazi symbols on their shit, and they blame Whitey. That's the world we live in, because, let's be honest, it's smart. The media automatically going to go with guns if it's a white guy, or they're going to go with fucking Nazi shit just to get you people to fucking think, well, of course, it's the white guy. It's the white guy. Blame the white guy. Blame guns. Let's break up the monotony with some tic-tac, paddywhack, and then we're going to come into a huge lib section today. I got so many good lib stories. It's fucking all right, we're going to start with Chris Georgia. I thought these were pretty funny. Top 5 self-defense moments.
Beating the shit out of you. You get inside frames, fight the hands, control the rhythm, spin them off balance, and finish. So how do you break through someone's high guard? One way is to go for the body, but he can just tuck his elbows. If tall dudes are beating you up, you're going to tap, major look, jump on the bench, and now you have the high. If someone attacks you, you're going to drop your pocket marbles. They go down. On the street, you do not want to follow them down and grapple. You want to use gravity and strike from up here with as much. This is how you obliterate a shorter fighter. Her head is at my shoulder level, which is where I get maximum rotational force through my arms. We're going to take advantage of. If an attacker rushes in, you're going to drop your Lego base plates. This creates a moat, which he can't cross.
No.
In medieval time, this is how you obliterate a shorter fighter. Her head is at my shoulder level, which is where I get maximum rotational force through my arms.
We're
going to take advantage of. If you're getting clapped by a taller fighter, stay out here. Throw a random combo. It doesn't need to land. Just create one. Do not jab with your fist. Use your cattle prod. This gives you just enough space to safely. This combo eliminates all women if you're white. You're going to go D4, Knight of 6.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. So then I'm searching around and I see, I saw it on a podcast. I want to say it was Conservative Vibes with, shout out to CV. Hegseth was at a meeting, and I don't know where it was, and he called out, I identify as American shirt. People are in the crowd wearing a Conservative Vibe shirt, and Hegseth pointed it out, which I thought was fucking awesome. So that was really cool. But on one of his things, I guess when the cops come, people go out and actually film themselves doing this silly sweep the grass because you're just being nosy, right? But at least you look like you're doing something.
For California for heavy police presence, and the neighbors decided to start sweeping the grass during this altercation. Once again, this is in Bakersfield, California, for grass that needs to be swept during a police.
The sign, this guy's doing it. It's better than I do. I just stand. Look at, he's vacuuming
his lawn because something's going on in the neighborhood, and he's just got to see what it is. He heard some commotion. Sounds like there was a car accident outside, and then the police showed up. So Buddy started casually vacuuming his lawn to get a better look. And he even garnered the police officer's attention. Bro's got the whole neighborhood cracking up. And from a legal standpoint, he's not doing anything wrong.
Oh, my God. And then we get to Elliot Page. And I have 15 different pictures that I'm not going to put up, but they have taken the posters from trans, what was the movie where the two black guys become chicks? Now it's trans chicks. The sixth gender, trans max, trans matrix, tits off instead of face off, trans club. And they show her as she is, motherfucking gaunt. But they have redone 300 and fuck me running.
Offers his respect, ma'am. All he asks is that Sparta kneels a simple bow and your people will be spared.
Don't call me ma'am.
My apologies, miss. Zexus is generous. He only wants your loyalty. Surely even a delicate thing like yourself can understand that.
I said don't fucking misgender me!
Ma'am, calm down. No need to get emotional.
He looks at Dylan Mulvaney. And he kicks the guy. Nothing happened. Yep, it's so good. Here is Rocky. I think it's UFC, but it's Elliot Page. Getting fucking locked. Troy. And
so
this is Asmongold, who I really am getting into. I really like that guy. Now this is the Rocky one. Rocky 4 reboot. That's it. Bye-bye. I don't know what this one is. Something about a crackhead, or I don't know, some movie, this guy fucks him up. Oh, it's Spider-Man.
Step to the edge, cold air in your lungs. Every exhale sharp like the battle drums. Mind like a raven, focus locked tight. Breathe in the shadow, power in sight. Storm in your chest.
It's hilarious. Backdraft. This is so funny. Andre the Giant. Predator. I'm playing them all. fucking hilarious. These are all Dr. Clown, PhD, and Xvarious X, I think is his name. Another predator sees him as his fucking concentration victim looking motherfucker, which is a horrible analogy, sorry, but it's a stick person. The Matrix. Terminator. This one's fucking hilarious. Just getting roasted. They deserve it. They completely deserve all of it. Because they're fucking dumbasses. He comes in naked, or she comes in naked, with a vagina. What happened to this girl, man? She was a millionaire and she still got infected. It's crazy.
Give me your boots, your clothes, your motorcycle, and a box of Xanax. Transphobic jerk!
And lastly, Dirty Dancing. This is, how they make this, I don't get it. They even changed the body to be like gaunt as fuck. And I'm just going to flash forward. You know what's coming. She's going to run off the stage. It's Dylan Mulvaney running off the stage and just crushing it. Oh, God damn, that's so fucking good. Saw this guy called Toe Ninja. God damn, this guy's good. I'm just going to play one. This fucking shit, man. He films it. But the most amazing part about it, man, he just rolls up in motherfuckers' houses, and with a backup camera, he ganks them without hooking up. He just hooks it, runs, and then secures it. Really smart, actually, if you think about it. Here's another one with the lady coming.
Wait!
The mother, everybody's coming to try to save the car.
No! Get off my fucking car! Get off the car! He didn't be parked right here for no 5 fucking minutes! What you doing, dude? You about to call the police for what? What?
And these people just fucking don't get it. Man, I feel for them because it happened to me. But that's the game. That's what dude gets paid. That's his bones. He'll be beating up his car. So some movies are coming out. Well, let's start with Dutton Ranch. Watch first episode.
How far?
Too fucking close to me. Let's get the hell out of here. Come on.
Rip and Beth quickly mounted their horses and rushed toward the ranch. When they arrived, they found the fire had already reached the edge of their own ranch, less than 1,000 meters from the house.
There is the fire in episode 1. It's really interesting that clearly that is very specific what Beth grabs.
You say you'll come back soon. You say you just been busy.
It's all good. It's pretty good. I mean, the problem is with Tyler Sheridan, we watched Marshals, but it was every week the same rotating thing. Firefight. We're not back in Iraq. You got the team killed. Indian stuff. Not working over his wife. Blah, blah, blah. I'm I'm going to save resurrection for the last thing. So Trump jokingly posts something on AI on his Truth Social, and of course the left lost their fucking mind.
Holy shit, what the hell is that thing? This is real.
And they've been out forever about him doing this, but Trump sparks concern over a joke. But these AIs have been here. I found them forever ago. Alien post by Trump. The left just doesn't have a sense of humor, man. They don't have a fucking sense of humor. They just really don't have a fucking sense of humor. If you end up in the Fort Campbell area, this has been going on since I came here in 1997. But the Wings of Liberty is open
just outside
finally.
Clarksville, where Fort Campbell Boulevard meets Tiny Town Road. A new landmark is opening its doors. The Tennessee Wings of Liberty Museum sits at 400 Wings of Liberty Way, Clarksville, Tennessee, right near Fort Campbell, but outside the gates, which means the public can visit without going on to the military installation. And what a place it is. This is more than a museum. It is a home for the stories of Fort Campbell's soldiers, the Screaming Eagles of the 101st Airborne, the 5th Special Forces Group, the Night Stalkers of the 160th, and generations of men and women who served this nation with courage. Inside, visitors will walk through history, from World War II to Vietnam, to Desert Storm, to the global war on terror, and beyond. The museum opens to the public this Friday, May 15th at 1 p.m. as part of Week of the Eagles. And for Clarksville, this is something special. Because Fort Campbell is not some faraway place on a map. It is part of who we are. Its soldiers live here. Its families shop here. Its children go to school here. Its sacrifices are woven into the heart of this community. So when those doors open, they open not only for veterans, not only for military families, but for every person who wants to understand the price of liberty, right here beside Clarksville, our hometown.
That's pretty fucking cool. To the algorithm, this one is making the rounds, a lot of these timeline ones, what we used to be like and what we are, and it's pretty good, to be quite honest.
They ask me how I knew my true love was true. I must reply, something here inside cannot be denied.
A lot of hot chicks doing this now. Call me old-fashioned, but I like a man without a vagina. It's starting to change finally. Saw this and blew me away. This is a Volkswagen, and you could literally have a coffee pot. A fucking coffee pot. Who thought this was fucking smart, man? Making a cup of coffee, burning your nabs. I mean, what the fuckity fuck did you fucking fuck? Like, seriously. And then there's this black comedian, hilarious. I sparred with Sean Strickland. This is good shit.
I sparred this one guy named Sean Strickland. Me personally, I think if Sean Strickland wasn't an MMA fighter, I think he'd be a serial killer. And the only reason I feel that way, because in an interview he said, if I wasn't an MMA fighter, I'd be a serial killer. And my first mistake was I had a vegan shirt on because I'm plant-based. And I walk up, he goes, you know how to fight? And I was like, a little bit. He goes, but your shirt. And I was like, I don't know what that means. Then he walks back to his friends and I hear him say, some gay guy's trying to fight us. I said, actually, I'm vegan. He goes, that's what I said. And no, Sean, he's crazy. Probably gonna go super light in the beginning, then probably try to knock me out towards the end of the round. That's what I was thinking, all right? I was wrong. He tried to knock me out immediately. As soon as the bell rang, he was throwing haymakers. And I know a lot of people just assume I can't fight because I'm ticklish, but honestly, I feel like that makes my reflexes better. And I was like, oh snap, I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm keeping up with the current middleweight champion. I go flying, bro. My legs are in the air. I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I just didn't know what hit me. And I was like, what's going on?
Man.
Why is Jesus here? And I was like, I'll just try to act normal. So I went back in there, I ducked. Sean, he's punched me in the back of the head. I say, Sean, that's the second time you punched me in the back of the head. You do that again, you ain't gonna make it out this ring alive, my boy. Now, obviously, I ain't say it out loud, but like, he can clearly tell by the way I was crying that he should never in his life try that again.
Come on, this guy is
so
good.
we keep going.
Good for
then the
you.
third time I ducked.
Preacher with Tall Spencer. I don't know, but I followed him. That's fucking hilarious. Alex Cooper, the girl that tells everybody not be a trad wife and go get fucked in the ass on the first date.
Alex Cooper has scammed all of you, and I'm going to tell you why. This is the same woman, by the way, pregnant with her husband's child, living the dream, the married monogamous dream where you find a man, you get married, and you have children. Yet on her podcast, Call Her Daddy, she is constantly putting forth this image.
If you have some fucking friends that are prudes that are like, you should never kiss on the first date. You're going to give them the wrong impression and they're just going to think you're a whore. Okay, maybe for you, Cassandra, but I'm about to let him in my back door on night 2. You don't have to do anal on night 2, but you could! Whatever feels right. No wonder dating feels like a fucking chore. We're stripping out all the excitement and the joy when we start overanalyzing and strategizing.
She's a fraud. So is this guy who is ripped her surgery wound. She's going to sue Victoria's Secret because it ripped her fake vagina.
Trans woman sues Victoria's Secret after lace panties rip her surgery wounds.
Maybe don't wear them. Next lady sums it up for me.
What's
so
one
I'll
race
say
you
it.
would not date?
I'm loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I make up a fraction of the population and I commit most of the crimes. Who am I?
Woo! That girl don't give a fuck.
My name is Calvin Kestis, and I'm here to make the Jedi Order great again. Them sissy Imperials are trying to take away our laser swords. It's my Force-given right to have as many blaster guns as I want. The Force.
I don't know who this guy is, but it's a pretty cool fucking series of Legos. This girl was doing a thing where I'm going to go lay next to strangers dressed like a whore, and the dude just gets the fuck up. I thought it was fucking awesome. Yeah, you know what? Not going to do it. This girl, I'm going to paraphrase, puts her feet on her buddy, does all this shit. Livy Alex, boyfriend, breaks up with her on live stream out finding out that she has an OnlyFans.
Okay, stop. Okay, can you go over there? What? Come here. You don't like feet?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
This lady whines because her ex got her flowers and he didn't cut the flowers and turn into a florist. This is real.
I just want to let you know, this is the difference. This is what women are talking about when we say bare minimum, low effort. This is a Mother's Day gift I received. In the vase with water. The stems are cut properly at an angle. Done. Ready. It's ready to put on my counter and just simply enjoy. This is also a Mother's Day gift I received. Price tag is still on it. It's in the bag. It's not cut. It's not prepped. It's work.
She's a lesbian. She's full of shit. She left her husband for a woman. I went down her thing, and she puts this up here just to get fucking clicks because she's a fucking bitch. Be lucky. Be happy a guy even got you flowers. Most women don't get orgasms. They don't get flowers. The ones that do should stop being fucking bitches. Here's a weather station in Alaska. For God's sake, man, I forgot all about this. It's about to be summer solstice where the sun never goes down. It's fucking pretty cool. Taylor Swift's getting sued.
That is one of the reasons, plus a pending trademark for a perfume that Taylor was denied for her trademark of Life of a Showgirl. They say defendants argue against themselves. They reach for Rogers, but their conduct rules it out. They tout their scale, but their scale is the problem.
There you go. Fucker. This is soccer, and it shows that it's worse in Europe, so we're actually pretty lucky. Black guy pushes a guy in the back of the head. The white guy walks up to him. He gets a yellow card. Perfectly sums up direction of Western society is heading. And it's true. He gets the yellow card because he's black. Whereas this guy is a black guy, picks out a white guy, big black guy, gets his ass housed. He picked the wrong little dude. Took him down.
I tried to tell you, bro, he trains every single day. Every single day.
He fucked his ass up, choked him the fuck out. I'm not going to show it. It's good. This is a panda. I didn't know pandas were people because this is cool as fuck. The guy does a thing where he's going to flip his hat off, his wig off, and the panda laughs like a human. Look at that. He falls down. I mean, I didn't know pandas laughed. Pandas, I'm going to sound weird, but pandas sound pretty cool. This is a horrible video. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to start it. This guy is going down in a plane, and I'm just going to forward up. It crashes, but he keeps live streaming, and this is the end. It's flames for his phone fucking melted. He did. And I didn't even know about this. It's like 2022, 2023. It just kept streaming. The plane crashed. He's an Indian dude, and he died. That fucking sucks. And then last but not least, I'm going to blow this up once I get it on here. I fucking thought this was fucking badass. So this is Perry State House. The bill is $600. All right, $629.73 because he gave, or $620.73 because he gave a $9 bill. And this is how it went down. To everyone acting like tipping rules are written in stone, let's talk about it. I had a $612 bill, a dinner bill, and suddenly I'm supposed to leave over $120 just because the total was higher. Same plates carried, same drinks refilled, same amount of time at the table, but somehow the menu prices decide the servers pay. I left $9. That's still real money for a couple hours of service, but the mood shifted immediately like I'd broken some unspoken law. Then the manager came over talking about industry standards as if that's setting the whole debate. Since when does a more expensive meal automatically mean more effort? If I had ordered a $50 entree instead of a $20 one, does the plate suddenly weigh more? I do tip for good service, but I don't think a tip should automatically become the percentage-based surcharge just because the restaurant charges more. So honestly, is that fair, or have we just gotten too used to it to question it? And they suggested 18, 110, 122, or 134. Now, I've been to big dinners when I was in U.S. Cav, and they were $2,000, and they left like $500 dinner tips because they actually did all new courses, and all new plates, and all new glasses. And these motherfuckers worked their ass off in a goddamn tuxedo. So it was some Italian joint in Vegas, and I understood a big tip for that because it was a big fucking meal with a big goddamn, and they rolled it out, bros. They fucking rolled it out. They brought out goddamn freaking every hors d'oeuvre, and it was badass. So anyway, got one last one. This is Resurrection from, it's coming in 2027, and just like the first, the Passion of the Christ, nobody thinks this is going to do anything good. But let me see which one I want to play. Let me blow these up. This is the one when it first came out, Passion of the Christ, and this is how the media
Just hours ago, Mel Gibson's movie, The Passion of the Christ, opened to the public. The most talked about movie of the new year, The Passion of the Christ, officially opened this morning across the country.
More now on today's opening of Mel Gibson's controversial movie, The Passion of the Christ.
Controversial. It's about Jesus. So I watched a video on this. It just popped up on my feed on YouTube. And this is going to be what happened in the 3 days that Jesus died and was resurrected. To include heaven and hell and the whole 9 yards. It's a 2-part movie. May and June. It's May 27th, 2027. And then it's going to come out June 16th, I think, 2027, part 2. And we are going to go see it because it's going to be a masterpiece movie that we used to do, but we don't do anymore because religion's verboten. And I will always support a religious movie because guess what? They support non-religion or intersectionality. To our lib section. Okay, we're going to start with a few slides that I picked up. And then we're going to talk about this piece of fucking shit right here. Miss fucking Michigan fucking going running for office piece. Oh shit. Amy Bach, the ringleader of the massive Feeding Our Future $250 million fraud scheme, told the New York Post that Representative Ilhan Omar was in on it. Lock up Ilhan Omar. This was found in Portland. Cops and Klan go hand in hand. Cops won't protect you from fascists because they are fascists. A system formed from slave patrols. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Does anyone know if the war between Russia and Ukraine is still going on? The reason I ask because 3 years ago, celebrities were telling us it was our duty to pay higher gas prices and send over $188 billion of taxes for freedom or something. That was the real. That was the real. Does everybody remember that? Because I remember it, and for whatever reason, we don't talk about that shit no more. That shit went bye-bye. We decided that we're done with it. It's over. And yeah. So what else? I watched a documentary the other day. There's still CNN's still reporting from Ukraine and talking about stuff. So this piece of shit is Shelby Campbell. Now we played her last post because she put this. That she put on a fucking website. Then she decided to do this.
Thanking the troops for sacrificing their lives. Let's start saying, hey government, how about you go fight these wars if you decide? I don't want to thank these men and women who joined the military because they had no other option. Quit thanking the troops for sacrificing their lives. Let's start saying,
we have no
hey,
other options.
How about you go fight these wars if you decide? I don't want to thank these men and women who joined the military because they had no other option. Like, they didn't want to go to school. They didn't have the resources. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have people to, love them. And they go to the military. Military preys on vulnerable populations.
I said stop thanking our troops and let's send the government to fight these wars. If you're too dumb to follow along, yeah, this is why we need people like me in office, so we...
I don't care about the troops because I said stop thanking the military for killing people.
This is how they always do it. They try to squeeze out, because she said at the end they're all dumbasses and they're all idiots and they didn't have any better options.
How bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't get your person back.
It would be a real shame to tell you that this twat waffle is on the ballot for the 13th.
I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather have a political candidate shake some goddamn ass rather than someone who...
Hey, if you live in Michigan and you have respect for human life regardless of differences of political or religious beliefs, you might want to watch this.
How bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't get your person back.
FYI, you can delete a post, but the internet is forever. Shelby Campbell out of Michigan. Remember me? Yeah, we had some history where you were saying awful things about Charlie Kirk. Well, now you want to go after our American soldier.
Do you ever just stop and look at humanity with your mouth, your jaw on the floor?
Detroiters, do you guys care that Charlie Kirk has passed away? Yeah, I didn't think so because... Hey MAGA, how bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't get your person back.
That right there, my friends, is Michigan's 13th congressional district candidate. And after the backlash she received for that post, that TikTok that she made where she thought it was so funny that Charlie Kirk was murdered and assassinated, she said she doesn't care because she represents mainly black people, and black people do not give a shit that Charlie Kirk died.
Wouldn't you like to know if my coochie stank? But you'll never have that opportunity, Harry. And it's Harry.
These are her I didn't make these. I took them right off for TikTok. Paddywhack, give us a dollar.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another episode of Shelby for Congress should stay the fuck away from Congress.
I don't give a shit to know your name. You just tried to tell me in the comments that surplus and excess are not synonyms. That's an excess, not a surplus. So they're definitely synonyms. They are definitely not. Surplus. Definition of surplus. Good morning, Shelby Campbell running for Michigan's 13th congressional district. So remember that girl that drove a few hours? Yeah. So not only did I talk to Brian. Hey MAGA, how bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't.
Sorry,
get your
this one's
person back.
all over the place. Most of them are stitches. This is her. This is the first thing I grabbed.
Twerking is going to get people to the polls? Pardon the pun.
Oh, I know. Literally, yeah, honestly, like I said, men are kind of, we all know how they are. Look at the men that are in power now.
Congressional hopeful Shelby Campbell says sex sells. Twerking for your vote in the 13th district.
I'm classy. I'm classy. Am I not? Guys, it's our time. The Wine Mom Gang. White ladies, I'm glad that we are becoming the enemy to the white man as well. I'm proud of you. Now let's get it, girls. Hello, Shelby Campbell running for Michigan's 13th congressional district in Detroit. So, I am responding to this comment. How did my eviction go? Look at that. When I called the court, they did dismissal without prejudice. And then, now, the pleading is... Hey MAGA, how bad does it hurt? The Jimmy Kimmel's back, but you guys can't get your person.
Do y'all remember Shelby Campbell? She is running for a seat in Congress in the 13th district in Michigan. She was one of the many people that posted a not so nice video after Charlie Kirk's assassination. She got called out big time. But now she's getting a big dose of karma headed her way because she is getting sued by Campbell's brand themselves.
Okay, y'all, so I want to
So
tell
we
you
move on
why
to this
I
lady. This is one of the people that decided I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to a different world and you guys can kiss my ass. And let me see if I can find the other lady. I got like 3 ladies that did this. And this is the left in a fucking nutshell. They fucking go all on emotion, freak the fuck out, leave the fucking country, go down someplace else, and realize this shit ain't that fucking good. So this is the first one.
not recommend you apply for permanent residency in Canada. I'm going to tell you our story. Most of you guys know, ever since this election with Rump, you know, I'm the 92% that didn't vote for him. My family and I decided last year that we would start traveling abroad, looking for a second home. Our primary home is in Montana on 46 acres, but we said we were going to start looking for a second home out of the country because we have no idea where we're headed with this guy in leadership. So the country that we...
I'm going to speed up. Here we go.
Up the good...
Fuck
to
up.
tell me
Fuck
to keep
around.
up the good work.
Find out.
She told my husband, she said, oh, I follow your wife on TikTok. Tell her to keep posting.
Now, I'm going to synopsis it because it goes on for like 10 minutes. The reality is she went in there and then they said, well, yeah, you just don't get to come in here. And it was, wait for it. Racism. The white lady got in really quick, but I didn't get in really quick because it's all racism.
Leftists that fled to Canada are now begging online for free housing.
I'm a scholar of the far right who has...
A scholar of the far right? I can see why you don't have a job.
Fled the United States to Canada, and
She fled the United States.
Need her, especially when you are shut out of the healthcare system, when you can't...
That's crazy.
...access any of the resources that Canadians have access to, and that's understandable. understandable, you know. I'm
Wait a minute.
not a citizen of the country, but
Wait a minute. So it's understandable that they don't give health care, but these are the same people that think that America needs to give health care to illegals?
it is making the financial situation dire because we can't work. Because there are two far right who
A
has
scholar of the far right? I can see why you don't have a job.
fled the United States to Canada, and
She fled the United States.
Need help.
By the way, for the people wondering, this is not a funny joke. This is an actual real person.
I'm a researcher of the far right. I am sitting on 10 months of rare and priceless ethnographic data on a violent Christian nationalist church. I have not had time to analyze it yet because I've been so busy waking up with this weight on my chest and frantically needing to go.
This is day one as a refugee in Canada. We made it across the border.
I want to pause just for a second. These people are real. They get so wrapped up in politics, they're real. And they fuck around, then they find out. But what does that mean? The weight on my chest, I have so much intel on the right, I must kill them.
I don't have a home. It's so hard. It's so hard. Every choice is so hard. The fear we felt crossing the border.
Oh, and she was also a teacher.
My students just turned in their midterm exams. The situation in Canada is absolutely dire. The housing crisis here is worse than in the United States.
Yeah?
I lived in LA for 6 years, and
I would have never guessed.
And I have not faced rent as bad as here.
So I'm going to fast forward to towards the end where she's really, here we go. Let me pause it, let it catch up.
Two suitcases, and what I hope will look teaching in classrooms that somebody's going to come and shoot a binary person, and as a leftist.
Do you think they're trying to track you down? It's like 12 years a slave, and they're going to see her working at the Starbucks. Like, over here right now. You're going back to the blind day, California. Nah, she ain't got no papers. Now she can stay there illegally once her visa's up.
But she's not the only one. Here's another one. Canada accepts LGBTQ refugees. Based on what?
It doesn't even feel safe to be there right now. So much is changing so rapidly, constantly, and that's the thing that's scaring me.
That's Angel Jenkel. They were scheduled to be deported from Canada back to the U.S. last month, but a federal judge temporarily halted the deportation order. Jenkel is non-binary and lives with her Canadian fiance who has epilepsy and requires regular care due to...
Here's another one.
Hello, everyone. It's been a little bit.
A black trans refugee.
Interesting troubles. Having the challenge. Nonprofits still. Having other nonprofits not follow through. While trying to navigate resources.
I need free.
And trying to figure out what to do to corral.
So I laugh at it. I know I shouldn't be laughing at other people's fucking pain. But you brought this on your fucking self. What? There is no country in the world lets you be gay as much as America. There's no fucking country. No country. Everybody's peeling back the free surgeries and transing the kids in the crib. Everybody's not playing your game anymore. But in America, we don't throw you off roofs, motherfuckers. So then Hegseth goes on Fort Campbell to give purple hearts. And so he gives a speech, and this is how much the left hates him. Watch this. This is amazing.
Hey, everybody. It's an honor to be here. No better way to start a week. Truly. It's my honor to be here with you. Humbled to stand in front of great Americans willing to raise their right hand again.
There was 100 videos. I counted them. On TikTok. The wind mogging Hegseth. 100 fucking videos. Oh, you get the wind got him. Yeah. General foolishness.
Whenever a guy says, I would like to make love to you, it's such an egg. I don't want you to make anything with me. Just me.
She's 50 years old, and she's talking like a college.
Last night, I told my friend that if she ever married the guy she's dating, I wouldn't be able to stand at her wedding and be happy for her. You obviously want to marry someone that everyone is excited for you to marry.
You don't marry someone that everyone else is excited for you to marry, honey. You marry someone that you're excited to marry.
Yeah. I read one of the worst ones I've ever read yesterday, a black lady, and she's like, I went on a trip to Cabo, and while I was on Cabo, I hooked up with this guy in night 2 and 3, and somebody sent the videos of me getting doggy-styled, sucking a dick. This is her language. And then me and the other guy filming ourselves making love the next day. And my husband's so upset. So should I out the other people? Never once taken accountability that she's the one that cheated on her husband of 5 years. No. It's who's the motherfucker that ratted me out. This is Korea. This is how other countries do illegal immigration. This is how they handle Islamists. I think I want to move back to Korea. Korea was a nice country because they don't fuck around. They take a stick to this bitch and knock his ass out. He was fucking with women, so they fucked with him. Bam, bitch! Eat it! Problem solved. Problem staying solved. This one.
Hey,
Texas, Austin, Texas. This is that one with the Islamists. And they fuck his ass up. It was reposted because everybody's going, why are we not doing that now?
I would get
Whoa.
Get the out of here.
Old dude beating up on a kid because he's speaking words he doesn't like.
I would have called the cops. Can you call the cops? So he's fleeing the scene at this point.
I wouldn't really consider myself conservative at this point because my politics haven't changed. But you know what has changed is the left. And I gotta tell you, the more interactions that I have with people who are still like very adamantly, emotionally invested, loudly, proudly leftist, the more that I'm just like, wow, these people are literally the worst. Like, in addition to stripping words of their meaning and therefore stripping people of their real lived historical experiences of oppression and genocide and colonialism and apartheid and human rights atrocities, in addition to completely redefining things to fit whatever agenda you have at the moment. In addition to the...
I went to this person's TikTok. She was straight ass libtard. We're dancing again. Yeah, we're dancing. This is, once again, this is 5 days since we did a podcast. That's a tranny that was at a kid's school for a wiener event. Wiener.
What you are looking at here is a woke art piece that was on display during a Minnesota art event called Art-A-Whirl, which is hosted by the Northeast Minneapolis Art Association, also known as NEMA. This artwork showcases a shrine dedicated to Alex Preddy and Nicole Good, two radical anti-ICE protesters, claiming that they were murdered by ICE. In reality, both of these individuals were engaged in violence against federal agents.
Yep. This is real.
Maka was not happy I wore my traditional Hmong garb to work to celebrate my cultural heritage. So today, I'm going to wear their garb. First, I put on my Team USA shirt because I want everyone to know I'm proud to be an American. I do my MAGA makeup. I'm going for the Christine No meets Erica Kirk look. Like, I just didn't get fired and I'm mourning the loss of my loved one.
That's a Michigan rep again. Michigan's got some serious fucking problems. Here are Democrats doing a coordinated dance because... here's this piece of shit again.
Oh, hi. If you're seeing this video, this is a reminder that a straight, white, male, former reality star that has no previous experience in government should not be a legitimate political candidate. Have we learned anything yet? The bar is on the...
The image people have of Sweden as a progressive country guided by solidarity and humanitarian values is long outdated. And we urgently need to talk about some of the things happening here and put all the pressure we can the coming days. In Sweden, people who came here as children...
Sky Daddy.
This is another fucking Michigan candidate. Oh, this is Shelby Candale. Never mind. No, I'm not going to play this. Sorry. It was rooted in the all general stuff. I don't know what this one is.
What do you think about him?
Oh, this is the guy who brings... I wanted to play this.
You want to get out?
Yeah. He has a ranch in fucking Indiana, and he takes horses in town so inner city kids can ride horses. I thought that was really sweet, but I put it in the wrong file. Sorry about that. Here's a school board meeting.
It's extremely concerning, Stephanie Lane, who counsels children at your high school and oversees the sex ed curriculum, has repeatedly posted disturbing content on her social media, which reveals poor judgment, hostility, and lacks all professionalism. These are not harmless private opinions or simply free speech. This is profoundly damaging. She is trusted with students' emotional well-being and their understanding of healthy relationships and sexuality. Her posts undermine her ability to provide neutral, competent counseling to children.
This is Canada.
We as Canadians have subsidized my education to the tune of, you pick the number, $500,000, right? 500,000. And if it's a graduate student, go up, right? 30,000 TN go to the US every year. You want to save yourself $5 to $10 billion? Shut the TN program.
And then charge them money to leave the country. This is a black activist threatening white attorney for using the N-word during a court proceeding. I swear to God, I'll make you taste the ancestors.
That hearing aid.
I dare you to say it.
Mm-hmm. With that hearing aid in your ear and shit, get your old ass in there. Run around here with your bald head ass, you old spotted liver face looking bitch. But I ain't playing with you.
He was using it in court because it was used in the court case that the person said it. It wasn't anything. I don't know how the fuck I missed this. This is some fucking disgusting human being, ugly motherfucker, dogging Bovino.
The position that you were in, that you're more concerned about how you're treating immigrants now.
You mean illegal aliens or immigrants? I always treated immigrants great. Big difference.
So you don't think that you should treat people fairly?
I treated everyone fairly. Just like I treat you fairly, I treat me fairly, treat everyone fairly.
Like the measures.
This goes on for another minute. She basically says, I hope you die, and she walks away with her tits all hanging out, telling other people how to live. This is what's wrong with the youth of America. All youth, not black or white. This is California.
Even after a brush with death, this prolific group of luxury car thieves did not quit. This criminal organization stole high-end luxury cars right out of people's driveways and garages. The suspects would target a nice neighborhood or follow a luxury car home and piggyback inside. They were casing the neighborhood.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and they get away with it because they're juveniles. This is a girl celebrating online her abortion.
She's taking abortion pills.
She took abortion pills on Mother's Day and then sang and danced at the party, declaring her freedom. A Memphis girl goes viral because of a unique gender reveal party. According to neighbors, the father of the child had explicitly stated his unwillingness to take responsibility.
Oh, so it's his fault, so murder the baby. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I got that. That's a community problem. Here's another lady. I nuked this thing because my wife has a degree and she's mega. I'm going to get away from mega today. I'm going to go to the library. Yeah. I don't know what this one says. Let me blow this fucking shit up. Just a reminder, Caroline Leavitt will get 12 weeks of maternity leave funded by the U.S. tax money. And I reminded her and everybody on this thread that a fucking black or a gay dude with another gay dude took 12 weeks during a supply crisis and nobody fucking cared, but he didn't even have the baby. So why'd he get it? I don't even know how to classify this, but this is a liberal, and I'm putting it on.
I'm a big back black bitch going to Japan for a month, and I'm so excited! This was not planned. I realized I have free will and said, fuck it. So what does a big back black bitch like myself to do in Japan? Eat? Oh, for sure. Study Japanese? Kimi no ashi no yubi o suwasate. But I need suggestions on where to go, what to do.
2 or 3 podcasts ago, I played that woman saying that they weren't good to black people. Interesting.
Oh my God! What me and my kids gonna do? I only got $60 in my food. They cut my food stamps to $60. What me and my kids gonna do?
6 kids. 6 fucking kids. Can't play the one. It's a Chipotle. You probably already saw it. But I'll play this one.
You see this bust down? You see that? No track. Yeah. No track. Come here. Look. Come, pop the truck. Pop the truck.
I didn't really realize, if the car got hit with bullets or what, but the car actually got hit in the engine block with the bullet, right?
Yeah, he shot out the front of the car, or the hood, and it made the car stop.
This is a long thing this guy did in Detroit. The Kia Boys epidemic. Life as a car thief. They all fucking thugs. Then this dropped. This dropped on Monday night.
I heard chanting from some in the crowd. Get his gun.
Now, for those that are listening, this is Fattione. He made a whole life off of, I was brought in the crowd. I was beat the fuck down. I was unconscious. I have PTSD. Trump's people tried to murder me. This is the actual tape that got released by a judge. And when you go through it, it's all a lie. He was never knocked out. There were people protecting him so he wouldn't get pulled in. We don't do this. He walked on his own will all the way to the fucking medic. And the medic literally fucking, and I'm off just flip to the end. The medic literally says there's nothing wrong with you. It's 3 minutes of him walking by himself to a medic. And that's where we're going to start at 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
You get gas at all? Oh, yeah, but I'm used to CS gas. It's fine. All right.
At the hospital, doctors told me that I had suffered a heart attack, and I was later diagnosed with a concussion, a traumatic brain injury, and post-traumatic stress disorder.
All right, I'm going to check for any fractures.
He's making him look with the flashlight right now.
I don't feel any fractures. Look at my finger here.
No fractures.
Look at my nose here. No obvious severe injuries. Can't find any fractures. Pupils are equal. Open your mouth.
No concussion. No nothing. But remember, cops got beaten to death. Beaten to death. With a fire extinguisher. J6 was bad, but everything with the left is a lie. And on cue, here's the media liberalism for the week.
Rev, I'm wondering if you could lay out what the actual stakes are for Black Americans, for other members of racial minorities, if their political views are no longer represented in Congress. What happens?
What happens is everything that they fear that she talks about, it gets cemented and gets worse. And
Turning now to a story involving a former reality star, Spencer Pratt, who is running for mayor in Los Angeles. Pratt lost his home during the wildfires that destroyed much of the Pacific Palisades last year. In a campaign ad, he said he's been living in a trailer since then, but a new...
When he's in town, he's in the trailer. The rest of the time, he's in the Beverly Hills Hotel because he has no place to live. And that's all they can find to talk about him. PBS ran it so many fucking times, they had to stop running it. Now ABC's helping because they don't want him to win because he's decoding and revealing all the craziness. The National Mall.
Elsewhere, the president says he's making overdue renovations, fixing long broken fountains at Lafayette Park. The cost of the project currently at $17.4 million, awarded without competitive bidding to a company that had done work at Mar-a-Lago.
That he's paying for.
In our pop culture lead, years ago, when longtime Trump fixer Michael Cohen was testifying before Congress, he was asked about the ways that Donald Trump, now President Trump, makes his desires known. It is seldom with direct instructions, Cohen said. It's more with suggestions, obvious hints.
You suggested that the president...
That's news this week. With everything going on, that's news from Jake Tapper. Here's the racist on MSNBC, Gilad, who served in the Army as a REMF.
Eddie, as I was listening to Melanie and thinking about the Calais decision, the Supreme Court decision, and what it's done to the Voting Rights Act, to Melanie's point, the Voting Rights Act was passed 61 years ago. which means that America has been a true democracy, as you well know and have said, a true democracy for 61 years. And so given the Calais decision, are we, you and I, Eugene, Melanie, are African Americans still full citizens of the United States?
Well, I mean, that's a wonderful and I think incisive question, Jonathan. And first of all, it's just wonderful to see everybody and to hear Melanie's fired up in this moment is absolutely important. Yes, I mean, on the one level, from the vantage point of certain folk, they don't view us as full citizens, right? There are forces at work in MAGA forces at work in this country who have as their aim and end.
So, continually over the lifetime of America, we have redistrict based on the voters in the district. And every party has taken districts and stacked it in their favor so they can get an advantage. If they own the House and the Senate, they do this. We do it in Virginia. They didn't have the majority to make it a basically 90% fucking Democrat state. It got thrown out because they based the whole argument on race, which is against the Constitution. So other states are doing it, and the conservative, based on that, Tennessee is like a 65, 35, 70, 30 probably state that's conservative. And if you look at a state like Oregon, where only Eugene, Salem, and motherfucking Portland are Democrat, and the whole state is red, where a governor might win who's a conservative, who's not really conservative, but he's a conservative basketball player. These people say black people don't have a vote anymore. Yeah, you do. You go out and vote. You turn your district to blue. Thank you. You have a nice day. Most of the people that are black are in blue districts. The only state where it's not is Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee. But this is how they get people out. They lie and lie and lie and lie. And I'm going to segue to this beautiful picture. This is awesome. I'm going to show y'all something. Let me pull this down. This is what news is. We don't know this because we're in our jobs. We're over here. We're over there. This is a live feed about a protest. And if you look down, there's nobody there. But they film it in a way it looks like there's thousands of people.
There's nobody around these people. They're recording for TV. Look, they're down here like, come on, come on. Cheer louder. Cheer more. And then you're going to see.
Here's another one. James Foley's sister discussing his beheading. She's smiling. Sandy Hook, smiling and laughing. This is a whole video somebody put up with these people laughing and joking about horrible fucking things. And people wonder, okay, I don't believe any of these motherfuckers. I don't believe any of these motherfuckers anymore.
And here's what we're going to do. We are going to use every single tool we have, whether that is legislation, whether that is going to the courts, but our most powerful tools, the American people. And the American people are united in that they want a country that protects that core right to vote, because they understand without that right, we cannot create a fair and just economy. So we are going to continue to fight alongside, shoulder to shoulder, with the working people of this country who know they are working so hard and not getting ahead. And what we are seeing is the decimation of black political power and brown political power in order to keep power for those who have no interest in helping the American people have opportunity in this economy. And that is why.
That is why what? What did you do? You owned Washington for fucking ever. Murphy is such a lying cocksucker.
Is 2 to 3 times more powerful today than they were when this war started.
On TV, he said that. On TV. How about things we don't cover? Here's a young man who has a really good TikTok. I don't know his name, though.
I wonder why the media is not covering this.
This is Dustin Wakefield, a 21-year-old from Castle Rock, Colorado, who was on vacation in Miami with his wife and their 1-year-old son, Eli. One day down on South Beach, they decided to grab lunch at a nice little Mexican restaurant, and in the middle of their meal, a stranger walked up. Everybody meet Tamarius Blair Davis Jr., the person who walked up to the table and interrupted the lunch. Tamarius, for no reason at all, decided to just pull out a firearm and start waving it in the air, eventually pointing it straight at Eli, the 1-year-old baby. Dustin then got up and put himself between Tamarius and his son, begging him to spare his life. He said, quote, "Please don't shoot my son, he's just a baby." Tamarius then pulled the trigger several times, just unloading a magazine into Dustin, which ended up taking his life as he protected his son. Davis, when arrested by the police, said that he, quote, randomly chose to target Dustin Wakefield and his family, and had even attacked another person just a few hours prior. Now,
and you want to know why? Because they were white. But you can do that. We don't care. Here's piece of shit Cooper crying.
Can you look up one more time for our lights? Okay, everyone. Matt, you good?
You've been traveling the world for us for like 20 years.
Has it been 20 years?
Over 20 years.
Been wow.
More than 20 years.
More than 20 years. Yeah, it's been a hell of a ride.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Whoa, look at that! Wow. Wow, that's incredible.
Really? Did people try to kill you?
How much more evidence do you need?
Come on.
Did any of that make sense to you?
Why should people trust you? I mean, who elected you and Sam Altman? No one. Honestly, no one.
Why would we talk about this?
It's pretty cutting. We're on our way to a family of 21 gorillas.
That was so cool. You can hear the sound of butterfly wings.
Yeah. Do I call you lady? Do I call you
No,
Gaga?
call me Gaga.
What are you wearing today?
I just didn't want to wear clothes today.
20 years of what? What? What have you actually given to society? Oh, I know. Bias. Here's Scott Jennings.
Scott, are Christians really being silenced? I have not seen that in any way, shape, or form. And you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Certainly Christians feel that way. They feel often that they're marginalized in politics, marginalized in mainstream media. We have Christian persecution going on around the world. We have slaughtered Christians in Africa that nobody seems to, I don't see any protests on college campuses for them. I think within the Christian community, there is a sense that voices and lives are being silenced all over this world. And in this particular case, you had a lot of speakers there that had a lot of different messages. The one that I liked the most came from Dr. Larry Arnn, who is the president of Hillsdale College. You know, he gave a speech about Lincoln's second inaugural, which came at the end of the Civil War and talked about the division in our country and how we had to have national unity following this period of extreme division in our country. I think messages like that, I mean, Lincoln, it was what Lincoln talked about in his second inaugural was absolutely divinely inspired, in my opinion. It came right out of the Christian context, and that's what Dr. Arnn spoke about in his speech. So I think if we're going to have some national unity in this country, political division has driven us apart, but it may be faith that drives us back together, and I think Christians love the idea of not being marginalized any further and, in fact, being at the center of some sort of national reconciliation.
You have a president who was told a lot of lies that are quantifiable.
We know from investigations of the last administration that there were prosecutors in the Department of Justice who were talking about their desire to throw nuns in jail.
And he goes on to talk about the FACE Act and how it was directly designed by Democrats to attack one group, Christians. But that's okay. That's all right. It's the only religion you can fuck with, as we will see as we go into our Islamist section. Okay, we're going to start with an Islamic attack that wasn't dealt with as an Islamic attack because it's in Italy and they're scared. Suspected terror attack in Modena, Italy. This is Visgrad 24. A second-generation North African migrant has rammed a crowd of people. He then got out of the car and stabbed people. Unofficial sources speak of 2 dead and 8 seriously wounded. A woman was seen on the ground with both legs missing. This, my friends, is the video. And I never saw this, all right? I never saw this on our media. I just didn't see it. And I got to blow it up because it's really small. This was intentional. But the next time I see it, they're talking about it could have been, it could have been mental health. This is not mental health. That is purposeful. That is purposeful. You purposely did it. So this is what Visgrad had. Let me get the picture because somehow I missed this one. This is the gentleman. This is the gentleman who has mental health problems, they say. Why is that picture still in there? That picture doesn't even exist. All right, well, I'm going to put it over here then. Somehow I have a ghost picture that's gone. You have to hire me as an employee, fucking Christian bastard. You and your Jesus Christ on the cross. I'll burn it. Salim El-Qudre, the Islamic migrant who committed the car ramming attack in Modena, had sent a job application in 2021 to the university he had graduated from in business economics. And this is what he wrote on this job. You have to hire me as an employee, you fucking Christian bastards. You and your Jesus Christ on the cross, I'll burn it. He had expressed anti-Christian attitude whole 5 years before committing an atrocity in Modena. First comment on it. Starmer would have loved this guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking nice. That's nice. That's exactly what we're talking about right there. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's everywhere, and nobody seems to fucking care. Hezbollah flag marched through an American neighborhood yesterday. Alyssa Rosencheck. Anti-Zionist protesters moved the Midwood and residential Jewish community in Brooklyn, chanting for Intifada while families watched from their stoops and children looked on from their doorways. A civilized society does not normalize political intimidation outside homes and synagogues. Globalize the Intifada, death to the IDF, brick by brick, wall by wall, Zionism will fall. An elderly man was shoved to the ground, a woman was yanked by her hair, a boy was removed by police. These are residents of a peaceful neighborhood who walked outside and were met with chaos. This is at least the fourth incident in 6 months. The same BDS extreme group called Paul Awada within our lifetime and Palestinian youth movement continue to target synagogues and Jewish neighborhoods across New York, first Manhattan, now Brooklyn. Patterns matter. History teaches that normalization always escalates, and it will. 2025 became the deadliest year for anti-Semitic violence in a decade in the United States. Physical assaults rose 4%, weapons-related assaults rose 39%, Jews were attacked 17 times per day in 2025 in America. Numbers that would have shocked us 5 years ago are now on the floor. Why? African Americans are doing it. So they don't talk about it. Elites who want to burn it down. Peter Berkowitz. With citizens' decreasing willingness and ability to listen to other side, you might expect professors of politics and law to bring a sober sensibility to the national debate. But instead of endeavoring to calm citizens' nerves and illuminate the extraordinary experiment in individual freedom and human equality, professors of the radical left and radical right announced that America is a land of vain hopes and dashed dreams. Despite their homes on the opposite side of the political spectrum, postmodern progressives and post-liberals share a contempt for the modern tradition of freedom out of which America rose. It's a great article. Look it up. Nicholas Kristof's incendiary Israeli abuse claims sparked civil war at New York Times. I'm sick of being embarrassed. A civil war has erupted in the New York Times over Nicholas Kristof's explosive column, allegedly widespread sexual abuse of Palestinians by Israeli prisoner guards. Staffers of the newspaper are questioning whether some of the most incendiary claims, including an allegation about dog rape, would have ever cleared the paper's newsroom standard, according to Puck News. The internal backlash has grown so intense that one Times journalist went to Puck, "I'm sick of being embarrassed," by the opinion section. The controversy centers on Kristof's May 11th opinion, the silence that meets the rape of Palestinians. The column immediately ignited outrage from pro-Israel's critics, sparked denunciations from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and triggered threats of libel suit against the Times. The Times pushed back forcefully. Of course they did. She added that any such legal claim would be without merit. What the Times leadership has publicly defended Kristof's reporting as rigorous and meticulously fact-checked by 14 hearsay people that weren't even fucking there. Many in the newsroom journalists remain privately suspicious of the source behind some of the column's most graphic allegations. Christoph's piece from last week included graphic first-hand accounts of Palestinians who claimed they were raped with batons and other objects, stripped naked, beaten, threatened, and raped and sexually humiliated while Israeli detention facilities. But we already knew that there was a huge report coming out because, fuck the Jews. That's what New York Times does, because even though they vote for them, fuck them. Free Palestine. One Palestinian journalist alleged guards tried to force a rubber baton into his rectum. The guy is an anti-Zionist piece of shit. Everybody knew it. Christoph also cited allegations that guards beat detainees, genitals, threatened prisoners, family members, blah, blah, blah. The column included testimony from Gaza journalists who claimed the dog was encouraged by guards to sexually assault him. Israeli officials flatly denied the allegation. The Israeli prison service told the Times that it categorically rejects it. The Times defended Christoph. We already read it. The Times defended Christoph's reporting in a separate statement for spokesman Charlie Stratlander, which I have not read, draw together on the record account of cites several analyses documenting the practice of sexual violence and abuse conducted by various parts of Israeli security forces. Statner said the account from 14 Palestinian Union for the Peace were corroborated with other witnesses. He added that the material is extensively fact-checked with account cross-referenced against reporting Human Rights Research Survey of the UN. Nicholas Kristof essay about supposed Israeli sex crimes against Palestinian detainees is a travesty, not simply because it's wrong as a matter of fact or because it regurgitates long debunked blood libels. It's a travesty because it embraces the erosion of democratic norms. Yes, it does. This is Roy Altman. He cute, blah, blah, blah. It is instead that the Israeli government had implemented a systemic policy of deploying sexual violence against Palestinian prisoners on a massive scale. What they tried to do was an Abu Ghraib. That's what they tried to do. They've lost public opinion because their zealots in the street are beating up old Jewish people. African Americans in New York are beating up Jewish people. They don't have the press pushing them as much as they used to because we moved on to Trump's bad Iran, save Iran, not Palestine anymore. And they're pissed. Same thing the gays do, as in the T's, not the LGBT. Just the T's. Every time they get out of the news. Same thing the blacks do. They're not all blacks, just the fucking Sharpton types who want to keep it racism. When they lose their light, they bring bullshit like this. On the merits, Christoph's article violates three central principles of our legal system. It disregards basic rule of evidence gathering, it refuses to investigate the opposing side's view, and ignores logic and common sense. One of the fundamental rules of our justice system is that as a man should be permitted to confront his accuser, but he relies on hearsay. Another, they're starting to back on him, which makes me happy. A miscarriage of journalists at the New York Times. This is a different article by Altman from the 18th. I'm not going to read it, but it's the least starting. Let's talk about what really fucking happened. What I learned cataloging the sexual violence of October 7th. For over 2 years, the world has been subjugated to undignified debate over whether there even was any sexual violence. Because when you're Jewish and Palestinians paraglide in and rape and kill and put glass in people's vajayjays, we need proof. The dead bodies with glass in their vajayjays, not going to go see that. We're not going over there. We're not going to take their word for it. Hezbollah and Hamas have been caught unburying bodies and putting them in rubble. We've showed it on the show. They do all that shit because they're illegal fucking pieces of shit. Anybody with an IQ above a goddamn Tic Tac knows that if I, you, gay, straight, black, queer, doesn't fucking matter. You go to Palestine, off with your head. It's like fucking medieval, bro. They're not going to be down with your 99 pronouns and a bitch is not one. No. They don't give a fuck. They hate you. They hate the liberals more than they hate the conservatives. The conservatives are just fucking infidels that believe in a different religion and that the God's not the same God. When Jesus means crickets, folks. The God of Israel, the God of Muhammad, and the God of Christians is the same fucking God. They just believe in Jesus, his son, and he's the way to go to heaven. Jews believe there was no Jesus. Muhammad, he's the prophet. I don't know a whole lot about it. I tried to read the Quran once. It was very difficult. The point being is, it's all a god. But they hate each other because they always have. We had the Crusades. We had all this shit. We've been fighting over religion, oil, gold, penises. Jesus fucking Christ. We fight over everything. We're always fighting. But they hate the right for the religion. They hate the left for the lack of religion. Your values, the women, the gay, and all the bullshit you do, they're going to chop your head off for me. I'm telling you, we got lined up. Osmongold would be right about here on my right. He's going to get his head chopped up before I am. And then, like fucking Ben Shapiro, well, he's the first one out the door. He's a Jew. He's got to fucking go. And then it's going to be all the gay people and then the women. And then there's going to be Osmongold, who's like in the middle on the political scale on YouTube. Then me and what's that guy with the beard who did the I Am a Woman? Even the Daily Wire. I can never remember his fucking name. I don't watch his show because it relies on religion. I'm a Christian, but I don't think you should ever argue politics based on Christianity or religion because secularism wins the day. You got to make the argument based on anything other than the Bible. You're not going to win. I've been doing this shit since 2000 in a fucking goddamn little room in Korea, and then I segued to a trailer and a van down by the river in the Mojave Desert, and I started this political shit. And I realized the moment you use a Republican faux news or Daily Wire, Daily Caller, Daily, or talk about God, you're done. You're not going to win that argument. Abortion, you have to talk about the science. It's the science. The science, folks. You got to talk about the science. If you don't talk about the fucking science, you're going to lose the argument. Babies live at 18, 17 weeks. So you got to have your abortion before 16. That should be the science. That should be the argument. Back in the day, yes, we couldn't say babies. So before the third trimester, fuck it. Fuck them bitches. 24 weeks. And universally, it was third trimester is bad. Now we have people actually pushing, we should have it come out of the fucking womb. I don't like its eyes. Kill that motherfucker, because it's not all the way out, so it's not a baby. We've devolved that far on the left because they won't give up one thing, just like the right with the heartbeat bullshit. That's just bullshit. That's bullshit. That's religion, not science. The moment the sperm pierces the egg, there's a light. It's a life. I agree with that, but you're never going to get that to pass. It's stupid as fuck. And then all they're going to do is do video after video after video, because in the 50s and 60s they did this shit, of women going in fucking alleys with a Coke bottle and a coat hanger, and Jesus Christ. It's like that video I played last month. I wish they never grabbed the slaves. If they never grabbed the slaves, we wouldn't be sitting here with Al Sharpton. Should have taken the fucking boats back. Take them all the fuck back. Take them back. Index, we're done. Everybody get the fuck over here. Get on a boat. You want to come to America? Fly back. See ya. Fuck off. And we wouldn't be here. And with abortion, a loosely termed Rowville that didn't say anything about anything. It just says you couldn't ban somebody from getting an abortion. And we've been arguing about that motherfucking shit my whole life. Every election, it's abortion. It's the border. And both parties have been for the border. Nobody ever argues, hey, dumbass, you were for the wall because Reagan gave mass amnesty. Nobody ever says that because we're fighting in this like 2-week media bubble where we argue about shit for 2 weeks and then we move like the fucking locusts we are to the next goddamn outrage and we forget that shit just happened. It's like the fucking press secretary. I didn't see anybody political going online and going, listen, cheese dick, butt leg didn't have a baby, neither did his gay husband, but they took fucking 16 weeks off and you didn't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck. And we had boats strung all the way to fucking China. Anyway, get back to this. Sorry, I ranted. For over 2 years, the world is... Okay, so the doubt was poured onto these and clearly and obviously suffered unspeakable tragedy. Now, after more than 2 years of meticulous investigation, drawn forensic analysis, visual material, and the preservation of evidence in a secure archive, the record is no longer fragmentary. It is painfully established. As the president of the Civil Commission, a nonprofit tasked with cataloging and archiving the full scope of the sexual violence that took place during the October 7th attack and following it, my team and I have conducted more than 2 years of meticulous investigations. Our report allows the full scope of horror. Dr. Kokev Aklimi Levy, and every liberal in the world just say he's a Jew. He's biased. He saw the pictures and videos. 10,000 pictures, 1,800 hours of rape videos. And you're going to argue it. Do you have a picture like Abu Ghraib? Do you? Then shut the fuck up. Some acts were carried out with a level of cruelty that exposes a difficult truth. Our vocabulary is insufficient to describe what human beings are capable of doing to one another. Wow. Yeah. Benjamin Rosenzweig, can't say his name. I have a question for protesters in front of synagogues shouting from the river to the sea. You claim to be protesting illegal real estate sales in the shul. You claim to know that in Arabic, the saying is from the water to the water, Palestine will be Arab. Side note, if you don't know that in Arabic, the saying is from the water to the water, Palestine will be Arab, you are truly terrible at being an educated advocate. So my question is, why do you think it's okay for Muslims to have land that Jews aren't allowed to live in? How is that and not actual apartheid? Even more so, did you know that the Palestinian Authority has a long-standing law that selling land to Jews is punishable by death? The same penalty you cry about Ben Gvir passing from terrorists. Last question. When you're harassing Jews, why aren't you first asking them if they are Zionists or if they support settlements? It's almost as if your urgency to harass Jews is an admission that Zionism is inseparable from Jewish life. Am Israel's Chai. If you found this message empowering, share it. I did. They don't know shit. They think they like gays, and they don't throw them off roofs. They have no fucking clue what they're talking about because they're dumb fucking kids that would protest anything because they don't have jobs, and they spend all their time reading shit on the internet. And if it's on the internet, it must be true. That was a saying for the longest time. Lastly, and then videos. A Canadian Armed Forces training platoon made up of 83% foreigners. That's smart as fuck. Yeah, that's so smart. Yeah, good job, guys. Let's have 83% foreigners in a platoon for our country. They'll save us. Devolved in ethnic infighting and total dysfunction. Here's what happened. According to a leaked confidential report from French language platoon, quickly devolved into allegations of racism. These allegations were made not only toward staff, but toward other recruits as well, with such allegations flying between recruits from Cameroon and Côte d'Ivoire. The report states, however, the most common concern was the rampant disrespect for women among the candidates. No fucking way. The whole world treats women like real fucking handmaids. Not the bullshit on Netflix. Real fucking not the Christians on Netflix. Real fucking handmaids. Get in the back seat. Make me a motherfucking pie. Wear a goddamn fucking burqa. Shut the fuck up. That's the world. You guys just never been in the world. You're in America and you bitch because of everything. The report notes that for some, it is also the first time they've been expected to treat a woman as a peer. Oh, good God. The report goes on to lament a general decline in standards in CAF, chiefly implementing the modernized Common Enrollment Medical Standard, ending the Canadian Force Aptitude Test, increased permanent resident enrollment. By the end of the training, the graduation sat at just 48% because they don't give a fuck about your country. So why would you put them in a platoon? Why? This is what keeps happening in Western civilization. Every time a Democrat gets we need the trannies, we need the one-legged fucking Martians, we got to get the motherfucking people that like to have butt sex standing on their head. We don't have that. We don't have American representation. Problem is the trannies and the butt sex on their head motherfuckers, which I know is absurd, they don't care about the country. They fucking hate the country because they're liberals. So then you put them in there and they don't give a fuck and then you get your ass kicked in a war. Part of some of us vets that I've talked to, we kind of hope it keeps going. So you can have just a little skirmish in one country, doesn't really hurt America. They all body bag and then everybody goes, no, I want those rednecks from Alabama. I want those racist fucks from the South who shoot deer all day who can actually defend me. Because when we put the soy boys out there, we're getting our dicks slapped. It's why most of us who've ever served never wanted a draft. If you bring people in who don't want to serve, they're just going to be shitbags and they're going to make your life more difficult. I had a lot of them. You got the college fuckheads. I had a guy who was a PhD, he was a professor, but he couldn't pay his bills anymore because he couldn't get tenure because he kept fucking students. So he showed up and he showed them an opportunity. He was useless. Guy didn't want to be there. He just had to serve 4 years to pay off his $4 billion and then go back to college and say how soldiers rape babies and America sucks and white people are shit. He was white. Now to the video. Due to the fact that I went kind of over today, I'm not going to play some of the talk shows on the British thing because, there was some positive, but mostly it's just like America. It's all negative. Here's these dickheads that are going to graduation, and because they were told over and over no flag bullshit, they got kicked out and then played victim. Here's the victim, Mohammed Safori. He shows his... Let me rewind it because it was fucking size 4 billion. You get the boot. People did it on stage.
My name is Muhammad Aish. I'm a graduate student here at George Mason University. I just graduated, and I raised the Palestinian flag as I was walking on stage. And as soon as I went out, got off the stage, they told me that I couldn't be in the arena, and I got escorted out.
Yeah. Fuck around, find out. It's rules. There's another one that I didn't get was North Carolina track team, and it goes more in a liberal thing than a Palestinian thing. But they were told no hand gestures. One of the guys flexed, and they said, that's your warning, and they're the state champion 4 or 5 times. Then this guy's winning, and they're ahead, way ahead in the 4x100 or 4x400. And he comes across, and he goes, like, I'm the shit. They get disqualified. They get bumped back to second place, and now it's all uproar that it's racism and this and that. But every goddamn team was majority black, and it had dick to do with racism. It was, we're done with the shenanigans. If you do the shenanigans, you lose points. It's called rules. I can play the video. You fuck around, you find out. Here's a Palestinian Islamic leader has openly declared the goal in France is to turn it to a Sharia.
في 2050 يعني سيكون مثلا عدد المسلمين في فرنسا أكثر من الفرنسيين ولكن نحن
If you think their whole purpose is not to go all over the place and turn Texas into fucking Islam, you are smoking full-fledged fucking peyote. Here's an Islamist found on TikTok.
George Mason University escorted graduating students out of their own ceremony for raising the Palestinian flag.
Nope, that's not true. They broke the rules. You're a fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up. Pro-Palestinian harassed Jewish pizzeria. Yeah, because this is all we're doing.
A community in Westchester County coming together tonight in a show of support for one of their own. A pizza shop owner targeted and harassed just because of his faith. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo with the story from Hastings on the Hudson.
It's a quaint, cozy. I'm not going to play it. They gave him a bunch of shit about Islam and bull fucking shit. He told him to fuck off, and then they try to not bomb him, but boycott him. And if we don't get our shit together, this is where we end up. This is a dog walker in UK. You're offending Muslims. Get your dogs off the road.
What just calling for saying I don't want to be called an ass? You shouldn't be allowed me.
It's a control tactic, so you can't say or do anything.
Just keep on going now.
Staying on the forum theme, this is Italy. That is one Italian cop getting fucked up by a bunch of Islamic motherfuckers. And when I tried to fucking look up the Islamic motherfuckers, you couldn't get the Islamic motherfuckers because guess what? I got a fever for fucking cowbell, bitches. And TikTok won't let you put that in. If you say a bunch of black guys beat up a black guy because he's gay, I can't find that either. I get some fucking racist bullshit that we care about everybody and you don't care about that gay black guy. He got the fucking beat down. I'm trying to show it. but it was blocked. This is Islam, and groups like Hamas don't stop in the Middle East. This is another motherfucker getting interviewed.
You're going to go kill Jews?
New York.
You're not going to kill Zionists. You're going to kill Zionists? Zionists. How many Zionists do you want to kill?
As many as I can.
Hamas' goal is beyond the river and the sea, is beyond any political border. Hamas' aspiration is global. It's a global state. And this is the Muslim Brotherhood strategy. Is the ideology of Hassan al-Banna and Sayyid Qutb, two leaders from the past century. And those leaders hated the United States. Qutb, the philosopher of all Islamists. Hamas is only a branch, a small branch of the Muslim Brotherhood.
This is Niyaka Day. I don't know the fucking name of it. I'm probably gonna get my head chopped off for saying that. But this is being pushed everywhere in the United States. It is a Palestinian celebration. Here's the Islamist mayor of fucking...
So I was proud to commemorate Nakba Day, which is an annual day on May 15th that commemorates the expulsion of more than 700,000 Palestinians from 1947 to 1945 during the creation of the State of Israel and for the year that followed. And it was a privilege to be able to share the story of...
It's a privilege to tell the story of shit that was wrong. I'm not saying it's not wrong. People who didn't have the foresight to think during that time made stupid decisions about a lot of shit. Just like after fucking 1952 when we decided to split fucking North Korea and South Korea apart. That wasn't very smart. But a lot of stupid lines were drawn on the border after World War II, and we made decisions. And at the point in time when Jews were being exterminated all over the fucking world, these pieces of shit like him didn't even believe that it actually happened. And more importantly, and the point why I'm playing it, I don't give a fuck about Nakba Day. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit in a fucking city hall. You're the same motherfuckers that say you can't pray. You're the same motherfuckers say you can't say Merry Christmas. You're the same motherfuckers that want Christianity to be wiped off the map, freak out about the Ten Commandments in a courtyard near fucking anything that's government run. Same motherfuckers. But now, oh yeah, we can celebrate every Islamic fucking thing you can think of because, bitch, we in charge.
So this is an all-girls Jewish school in New York, and what you're about to see here is a bunch of Muslim men who have decided to take their prayer rugs and line them up along the outside of that building for their public prayer. Again, this is in Brooklyn, New York. Again, you have the entrance to the school right there.
1,000 hours. Why am I playing that? It's happening everywhere. They're going on Christian grounds. They're going to fucking Westminster Abbey and doing prayers on purpose. They're trying to push Christianity out. Why would you do that? Because you want Sharia. And to show Europe is full of fucking shit, this is the greatest song bullshit, top song. I don't fucking know anything about this goddamn thing. It's European. Hey, listen to this shit.
1,000 artists signed a letter demanding that he be banned. 5 countries boycotted. The New York Times accused him of buying the vote. The EBU changed the entire rules of the competition to stop him from winning. And on the most watched broadcast on planet Earth, in front of 166 million people, a 28-year-old Jewish kid from Ra'anana came in second. For a moment on Saturday night, Israel was in the first place at the Eurovision, and the arena booed.
Quite a strong reaction to that in the hall.
The sound of a room realizing what the rest of Europe has just done in private. 22 juries broke the boycott. Poland gave the maximum 12.
12 points go to Israel.
The juries are anonymous. You can't buy them. You can't bot them. You can't run a Google. Couldn't stop him. 5 countries couldn't stop him. The New York Times could not stop him. A whole continent institutions could not ad campaign at them. They gave Israel 123 points. Then the public vote came in. 6 countries handed Noam Bitan maximum points. France, Germany, Finland, Switzerland, Portugal, Azerbaijan. No bloc, no Jewish diaspora, no neighbor returning a favor, just Europeans alone with a phone and a button choosing the Jewish kid singing about a toxic love. The campaign against Israel at the Eurovision was the most coordinated, best funded political operation in the contest's history. The only thing it accomplished was second place and first place in the semi-final 3 nights earlier. 143 points from the juries, the most of any country in his group. Twice in 1 week, in 2 separate votes, Europe put Israel on top. 1,000 artists.
Everything. They push everything. Here is a man verbally assaulting a Jewish young woman, and this is New York.
You're a Jew.
This is a guy saying we're going to chop your head off in New York.
You man are going to get beheaded one by one, you dirty Jews. Big up Palestine. Palestine. From the river to the sea, blood. Palestine will be free.
They don't just want to kill as many Jews as they can, but they want as many of their own people dead as possible.
This weekend, there were marches all over the world for what they're calling Nakba Day. But what is Nakba? In Arabic, it means catastrophe. Now, propagandists would have you believe that the catastrophe was the fact that Israel forcibly removed.
This is literally from October 7th. That's the resistance. Held by the same men who just killed their mom. Those kids died. Here is a reporter. I don't even remember. I just grabbed it.
So the idea that you suggest that a flag can be racist, in my opinion, is, well, I don't mean it's in a personal or insulting way, but utterly ridiculous and laughable.
And the reaction to the flag, do you think that's due to certain connotations?
That's not my problem. Okay. My flag.
You're happy to fly them?
Of course I am.
With the connotation.
The left and Arab Islamists and Islamists globally attack everything because everything's political to them. And what we need to do is go back to defending ourselves. Here's a guy getting rocked for attacking somebody's family. Hit a Vietnamese woman and a man comes in and fucks his ass up. And my favorite videos about what we should do as Islamists is this. Miniguns. Yeah, I like this. Delta bringing in a guy in Iraq. Here's another one. This is September 7th, 2005. Hostage rescue.
Yeah, here come the rooster.
Yep. It's a war. We're just being told there isn't a war to the end. Okay, I'm going to run today's show on YouTube. I was trying to do other ones, but every time I sat around, I fucking forgot and didn't do it and got all dicked up and blah, 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 blah. But now I literally have it set up. I'm going to do a teaser. I'm going to do all this crazy shit. And I am going to try to do fucking some YouTubing, finally. Even pulled out the Christoph section because I'm screaming and yelling. I'll do a short one on that and a big one on the full pod. So that wraps up another episode of Flyover Politics with the podcast. Get it on SoundCloud, YouTube, email show at flypodcast@gmail.com. We'll do our next show on 23 or 24 May, year of our Lord, 2026. Because I don't know if we're going to go junking or not. As always, disconnect from all your devices. Don't give the yeah-yeahs. And tune in for the next show. Thanks for listening.